Hey, everybody, this is Kimberly Jones, President of the Council for Opportunity and Education, and welcome back to our Trio Leaders in Action series. And I'm supremely honored today to be speaking with Rich Niemiec. He is the Chief Innovation Officer of Viscosity North America, a graduate of Purdue University, and an Upward Bound alum. He's one of 8 kids, and he is the co-founder and former president of Tusk, a Chicago-based systems integrator of Oracle-based business solutions. He is considered a world-renowned IT expert. And because of that, he's amassed numerous honors, including being one of 6 originally honored Oracle certified masters worldwide. He was inducted into the Chicago Entrepreneurship Hall of Fame, and he also incidentally was a COE National Trio Achiever. So welcome, Rich. Thanks for being here. And I like to
Great to
start
be.
each of these conversations with the same question. What is your Trio story? How did you get involved with Trio?
We're 8 kids growing up, not too far from Purdue Calumet. My sister went to a program called Trio, and she said, maybe you can get in, but you got to take harder. You got to study harder. You got to take better classes. I mean, I remember my mother seeing me speak later in life, and she said, "Is
Mhm.
this the kid that I couldn't buy a pair of shoes and he used to duct tape his shoes together?" Somebody grabbed me by the back of the shirt, Lupe Valtiera. He's like, "Hey, buddy, we're going to step outside if you don't behave." They taught me how to study. They taught me how to organize things. They taught me that it costs money to go to college. They were like, "What, are you just going to show up?" And I thought, well, yeah. I was very lucky to have the grants, or the Pell Grants rather, and COE backing the Upward Bound. So pretty quickly, they said, you can do it, but you got a long way to go. You don't know how far you have to go, and that's a good thing, but you got to fill in the blanks along the way. And I think that's where Trio really helps you fill in the missing gaps you have. And they start putting you on the right path so you can get to college. I mean, there's a lot of jobs where you have to have a bachelor's or a master's degree, and
Mhm.
you don't want to limit your choices. And I feel like Trio is a transformational program that really transforms you. And Michelangelo is the other one. He would see a piece of marble and he would say, "I see an angel just waiting to come out." I feel like people who run Upward Bound, they see these raw pieces of marble and they see an angel just waiting to come out.
How would you say that your experience being in Trio influenced you personally and professionally?
I don't think I would have ever made it to the professional world if I didn't go to Trio. I mean, there were plenty of people that just said, I mean, the doubters who said, you can't do that. And you just got to shrug that off. And I think some people are not likely to ask for help. I was somebody who wouldn't ask for help. And I'd say, I really don't want to ask for help. And one of the people in Trio would say, you need to ask for a lot of help. You need a lot
Absolutely.
more than you think. Starting to see that transformation and the changes that happen inside of you, you like those changes. I mean, they're for the better. And you start to learn real things that matter.
Your specialty is in technology, and with emerging technologies like AI, machine learning, reshaping the future, what would you say to people like me who are hesitant, who are fearful of these emerging technologies?
And it's just a tool. That's all it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just how are you going to use that tool to make a difference in this world? Every person has some unique gift from God that is just aching to get out of them. I think Trio really bubbles that up, and they ask you a lot of questions. What do you want to be? What do you really want to do? If you stay with it, all you got to do is look back in a year and go, am I better off than I was a year ago? I didn't even know you had to sign up for college. Who would have known?
What advice would you offer to students, current Trio students who want to break into tech fields? What do they need skill-wise to be competitive?
Tech is going to be in there somewhere. But if you want to go into tech, if you know math well, very, very helpful. If you want to go into tech, other things are helpful, such as knowing algorithms, knowing computer science is very helpful. Knowing things like Python, very helpful right now. Knowing prompt engineering, very helpful. What questions do you need to ask?
What general advice would you give to today's Trio students about their futures and working towards their goals?
Work on those character attributes while you're working on those technical skills. People don't realize how much they can do until they walk on that path. And that's where Trio starts putting you on that path. But what does Trio people have that nobody has? You will work harder than anyone. You will outdo them. You
Mhm.
just, it's in you. There's been enough times where people said you don't belong here and you got to get out of here, or you don't have enough money or whatever. You've already been through the worst part. This is the easy part.
Thinking back to your younger self, the one who was first in Upward Bound, and thinking about where you are today, what would you want to go back and say to that 15, 16-year-old Rich?
Nothing at all. And the reason I'd say nothing at all is I wouldn't be here if he didn't have to go through all that stuff.
Mm,
He went through a lot of tough times, and you know what? It made me who I am today.
okay.
God is building something that you don't know inside of you, and he's building a person, and you don't know how it's going to play out. And I know Trio people, and a lot of them that brought me up through the program, they never got to see the finished product, or maybe from above they did. But these are some of the best people you will ever meet. So when you go to your Trio program, as tough as they are the best people you'll ever find on this earth. They're something wonderful, and I owe them a debt of gratitude, and you as well. Thank you.
That that is amazing. And on that, we're going to conclude our conversation. Thank you so much, Rich, for taking the time out to chat with us. And I learned a lot. And I hope that our students and our practitioners who are listening also learned and were inspired by your story.
I appreciate your time.